everyone, Zrobim Architects here, and today we'll show you a great example of a renovation of a classic wooden house, where we worked not only on the visual side, but also significantly increased the usable living area.
We recently shared our latest renovation project in Miami with you, but this house is now fully completed. It's finished, we can walk through it and show you all the key ideas and details of this renovation. Because our approach enhances not only the visual appeal of a project, but also increases the overall value and market liquidity of the architecture for future resale. We have a strong portfolio and many years of experience in the market, so if you're planning to renovate your home or choosing your next investment property, we know how to help you achieve the best possible return. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, be sure to give us a like, give it in advance, because this is going to be a really cool video.
And now about the house itself. Originally, it was a small home of about 540 square feet. And of course, that wasn't enough and was too small for our client's family. So we doubled the size of this house. So now the total area here is about 1,290 square feet for 3 people. That's a comfortable size. If we take a look, the layout of this house has a sort of cross-shaped plan. So we can go up higher and look at it all from above. So we are flying over our property. We see 2 large plots, one about 0.37 acres, the other about 0.25 acres, with several buildings on them. Here we see a garage for several cars and a guardhouse. On this side we have a small staff house, and in the center is the main building, about 1,290 square feet. As we can see, we have a rather complex situation. These are 2 plots that were combined, so we could only expand our house lengthwise along the road. That's why we added a glass extension on this side, which was planned to end with a pool. The pool hasn't been built yet, but it will be added in the future. This kind of extension is exactly how we embody our modern approach to architecture. One of the main goals we aimed to achieve was to significantly increase the amount of glazing. And we can see that it is truly massive here. All these facade windows actually slide open like an accordion. So from here you can fold the first panel, the second panel, and they will all gather in this section. And we will get a completely open space. This is a very characteristic feature of a modern home. It's what a modern family needs. It creates a sense of unity with the surrounding nature. And of course, we also worked on the facade, concealing the wooden house behind aesthetically pleasing exterior materials. We used some of our favorite materials, wooden slats and linear panels with recessed cassettes arranged at varying intervals for a subtle textured effect. And the only thing that was perhaps not exactly in line with our usual principles was the roof. When we started working, some construction had already been done, and there was a gable roof covered with anthracite-colored tiles. And we kept it. Our goal was to preserve the existing roof rather than redo it, so we simply extended it forward. This was a good example not only of how to renovate a house, but also of how to do it efficiently and with minimal hassle. So if we compare what was there before and what's been done now, we didn't make any major changes. We simply extended and expanded the house.
The second thing we did was we demolished all the interior walls. Have you ever seen an open space in a traditional log house? Probably not. In an open space with a double height ceiling, we have it here. So the entire structural system has been reinforced here without touching the roof. And all the walls inside were demolished. That's really cool.
Are you planning to build your own house or make investment projects in Florida or New York? We are a company specializing in modern residential architecture. Let me show you a few of our projects that are under construction now. In Catskill, our project blends seamlessly with the natural landscape, preserving the forest and framing beautiful mountain views. In Belmead, we carried out a reconstruction that allowed the client to raise profit from an investment project. And in Naples, we have made a large mansion with an inner courtyard, pool, bowling, and spa area. It's always an individual approach, guided by the client's lifestyle and supported by modern technologies. Every house becomes a unique story unlike any other. Visit our website, get in touch, and let's start designing your dream house.
Our terrace is made of WPC, which is wood polymer composite. It doesn't lose its color over time or its properties. It has almost no linear expansion. And this house is already 3 or 4 years old and it's holding up great. It has proven itself. And this roof, we couldn't reconstruct it either. It has a complex shape. It remained the same as it was in the original log house. We paneled it from below and here we clad it with wood. I would advise you to use thermally modified wood in such cases. Our wood is under a canopy to preserve its color and its linear dimensions.
And now let's show what the house looks like from the outside. Come with me. Here we can see that from the outside it looks very minimalistic and neat. And it's such a simple house with a gable roof, right? So you can see a clean facade made of linear metal panels crafted from durable materials. So we came here, and this house has been standing for about 2 years, I guess. And in principle it looks like new, although there's been almost no maintenance.
Yes, it's been standing for quite a long time. Regarding the facade, you could say it's a classic basic facade. A gable, 2 windows. However, thanks to a thoughtful approach to the renovation and budget optimization, the house looks both beautiful and modern. They all look like that. And what's important is that we didn't just work on the house facade, not only the facade and the fence, we also did the landscaping. And this was a rather difficult plot of land. The slope went right towards the house, and the client did the landscaping right here with a landscape designer. In general, anyone working in landscaping can imagine how much money has been invested here. And it's essentially done for the city, so that residents walking the streets see beautiful public spaces, not just endless fences, so that people can simply walk along the house and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. It leads into a park. There was an idea to reconstruct the park later too, but the city administration rejected this idea at the very early stage.
But perhaps in the future, we will try to revive this project again. And here we see a classic shape, a gable roof with a pediment that remained after the reconstruction. There's also a small annex, we can see the windows. We simply replaced them without enlarging or expanding them, so they remain in their original form. And this house flows seamlessly into a completely new extension. Here, we can see large glass windows. This is the new part of the building, and in my opinion, it fits very organically and harmoniously into the overall structure. On this side of the plot, we have another garage door, so there is an additional entrance to the property. And it's also worth paying special attention to the fencing. We preserved the existing fence as much as possible and added this double-sided anthracite picket fence to complement the main house.
You can essentially do the same thing with your own older home. We completely preserved the existing house, insulated it and clad it with modern facade materials. And we attached the ventilated facade in the form of metal linear panels. Basically, it's an inexpensive solution that you can easily replicate. And it's light colored, right? So the combination of light and dark is like a classic suit, meaning most people will like it. It was more difficult with the wood. So you can see this kind of wooden frieze. See these wooden slats? They are actually quite difficult to attach. And we first attached them to plywood, these wooden blocks. It's not a picket fence, not slats. It's specifically small blocks. Yes, they have a square cross-section of roughly 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. We attached the panels to plywood, which we painted a dark color, and then mounted them on the same guides that were originally used for the white metal facade. And the key point in renovating a house like this is not to make it look cheap or overdone. To avoid that, it's essential to use high-quality glazing and thoughtful architectural solutions. And while Alexey is opening this glass door, I'll ask you to open the comments and write what you think of this house of ours. And besides this house, on the site of the second demolished building, what Alexey refers to as the guardhouse. We designed another small house, and in this case, we weren't limited by anything at all. And this is the project we came up with. We hope it will be built soon, but that's another story, so subscribe to the channel and see you next time.